Hello YouTube, Dave here again. I just wanted to do a quick little video here for something that I just recently picked up, and as you can see right in front of you, I picked up the Monsters and Heroes of the Realms coloring book. So I'm going to do a little flip through that, kind of give you my thoughts on this product. And there's a couple of other things that I want to kind of just let you guys know about at the end, a question that I want to pose to you, and just sort of an update as to where things are going to be going over the next few weeks. But first, let's just have a look here. So I picked this up just recently. I picked it up at Chapters, and it was $21 Canadian and $15 American. So I live in Canada, and as a Canadian, there should be a U in there, but that's okay. I'm not going to dwell on that too much. So let's just have a look here. So this is exactly what it says. It's just basically it's a coloring book. It's just got some line art in here. The objective is to obviously color it in yourself. And there's a lot of people out there that are extremely artistically talented. This is going to remain pretty much, I'd say, as is, because I am awful at coloring. I'm just going to go ahead and say that right now. Not very good at it at all. So I might pick up, because it's $21 isn't a lot as far as I'm concerned. So if I do decide I want to try my hand at ruining the pictures in here, then I'll pick up probably a second one so I can have one that's pristine for collecting purposes. But that's, like I said, it's just a really cool little art book. Adult coloring books are a big thing right now, and it has my favorite monster of all time, the Beholder, in there, so that makes it awesome. All this artwork is, as far as I know, it's all from the 5th edition material. So any of the 5th edition books that you have or that's been released, the artwork is basically from that. So I don't think it goes back to any of the previous editions. But one thing I really wanted to comment on, aside from just the coloring book aspects, there's, I think, 4 total. But there's these sort of blank maps that you can see here. And there's a spot you can name them up top, you can color them in, and what I like about them is that a lot of them just have this grid on here, but it's featureless, so you can actually draw in anything that you wanted to add. If you wanted to add some furnishings, maybe divide some rooms up, you can do all that, which is actually really awesome. This one here is a much better example of having that open space, so that's, in my opinion, pretty cool. And just, so here's just some of the other art in there, fantastic picture. That's the one from the cover with the red dragon. There's some liches in here, the mimic. Just a really cool kind of idea, mind flare. One of the things that I thought might have been kind of nice, it's a very, very minor, almost nitpicky gripe, but it would have been nice to have the ability, if like the pages were kind of perforated, so that if you wanted to use them as a visual aid for your game, you'd be able to remove them, the colored or the finished product, remove them from the book, and be able to use them, especially with the maps. Even if the art itself wasn't something that could be removed, it would have been nice if maybe you could have pulled out the maps so you could use it in a game. But that's, like I said, a very minor issue. I think this is actually a really cool product. Another couple of the maps here. And I think it's something that might be an interesting line, hopefully, that Wizards of the Coast kind of continues. I mean, this is an adult coloring book, but it would be interesting, and I'm sure like there are kids out there that could, challenge these themselves with these pictures. But I think it would be kind of interesting if they released some things like maybe some activity books or, things kind of in a similar style of this that would be geared more towards, younger audience, as sort of a way of helping them understand the game and maybe even learn some of its history. So they could be, stuff from previous editions or some of the novels or stuff like that. Just some basic ideas. I thought it would be kind of a cool way to help children, or younger children, I guess, or adolescents, kind of get into the game. But this, like I said, this is a pretty cool product. I really like it, and again, I may end up picking up a second one just so I can try my hand at it. Towards the back here, it does have the pictures. They're all numbered. It gives with the book that they came in, as well as the artist. So, like for example, number 19, which is that one right there. So that is the Skeleton Warrior. The artist is Autumn Rain Turkle. and it was featured in the Monster Manual, so the 5th edition Monster Manual. So I thought that was pretty cool. And actually at the back here as well, it's not all of them, but it has a selection of the pictures that are available in here to color actually done. So it shows what they look like, which is, in my opinion, really cool. This is probably one of my favorite pieces of art in the whole thing, with the Mind Flare using the Mind Blast. So that's basically what's in that. So it's a neat little product, $21 again, not a bad price as far as I'm concerned. Really happy to have that. So with that out of the way, I just want to talk a little bit about what's going to be coming up over the course of the next 2-3 weeks or however long. Definitely not as long as in the past, but starting to get back into the groove of recording, really starting to enjoy it again, and just want to let you know what's kind of coming down the pipe as far as videos are going to go. So at the time of this recording, Halloween is 8 days away, or basically 7 days away now, because it's the evening of the 8th day. But I want to do a video that's sort of appropriate for Halloween as far as RPGs go. So I've got something that I'm just going to do a video on, just kind of a review of an older product type of thing. But that I'm looking to record over the next few days, and I will have that hopefully scheduled to upload on Halloween Day itself, which is October 31st. I also want to go back and finish my Introduction to the Class series for 5th edition. So I had left off, I just finished the Fighter. So I want to pick that back up. I actually looked back, and there's a lot of views and a lot of people said that they were helpful videos. So I kind of want to finish that off. I'm going to start with the Monk. It's not my favorite class. It's probably one of my least favorite classes. And it was one that I was actually originally planning on skipping, but I think I'm just going to go through and do them in order. So I'm going to look over some of the previous edition material for the monks, because I like to start those off with sort of a history of, and then move into the actual 5th edition version. So that should be something that's coming out within the next week or two. I also want to go back and do a full review for Out of the Abyss, which is the Rage of Demons campaign that was released back in last year. I had done a first impressions video of it, but I never actually got around to do a full review, and I really should go and do that full review, because my first impressions, I don't think they hold up with that one as much as they did with some of the other ones that I've done. So that's something that's going to be coming up in the next couple of weeks as well. Now also, I am working on my D&D Retrospective video for 4th edition. I've got the script, the first draft. I'm started now. I'm about 4 pages in at this point. Now, it's going to be kind of a long video, I think, again. For perspective, my 3.5 video, the script was 6 pages long, and it ended up clocking in about an hour and 7 minutes. So with the 4th edition one, I'm 4 pages in, and I'm still kind of talking about, focusing mainly on the player's handbook. So there's still the Dungeon Master's Guide, the Monster Manual, and some of the subsequent releases, and just some extra information about 4th edition that I want to really talk about. So it's probably going to end up being a video that I'm looking at close to an hour and 20 minutes, perhaps. So my question, I guess, to the audience is, are you guys okay with watching the one continuous video? Because I mean, my 3.5 one, it's doing all right in views. I'm totally happy with the way that it's gone, but to me, an hour long is kind of a long video. So I'm just wondering if you guys would rather that I break it up and maybe do 2 or 3 parts to it at like 30 minutes each, sort of thing. Or kind of aim for no more than 30 minutes per part, and record them all at once and just release them within a few days of each other. Or are you okay with watching the one long video? I know with some of the longer videos that I watch on YouTube, I tend to watch a bit of them, pause them, go back to them a bit later. So I'm probably not the only one that does that. So I just kind of want your feedback, because it will be greatly appreciated. So just comment below in this video what you prefer, if you prefer multiple parts for the video. Just in anticipation of that, I did go back and rename the retrospective videos from parts to episodes, just in case I have to do multiple parts for the 4th edition video. But just let me know what you guys think. If you want it broken down, then I can try to write the script accordingly. It's probably still going to be about another 4 weeks for me to do the video, just because with the script, I usually end up writing, 2 or 3 drafts before I finally get it the way that I want, and then do the recording from there. So there's a little bit of time. I'm hoping for 3 weeks more than 4, but we'll see how that goes. But please, give me your feedback. I really want to know. I'd love to hear, from you all what your thoughts are on those. If you're okay with the long videos, and that's totally cool, and I'll just keep doing my thing. But if you want, please, like I said, just please let me know, because your feedback definitely means a lot. I want to make a video that you guys, the audience, are going to want to watch. So anyway, that's pretty much all I wanted to say for this. So, got a few things coming down over the next few weeks, which I'm really excited about. I'm going to be doing a bunch of recording hopefully this week for some things that I can just kind of do without the amount of script writing and stuff that my retrospective series has been taking. So yeah, I'm just going to cut it off here before I ramble any further. I appreciate again all of your support, your views, your likes, your wonderful comments, and I look forward to hearing your feedback on how you want me to proceed with the 4th edition video. Anyway, again, thank you very much for watching YouTube.